I know how to harness the power of the Caribbean sun. And that is exactly what I set out to do on this bright, sunny January day in 2019 in Puerto Rico. And I got excited as I approached the fire station. Just as I arrived, Lieutenant Milagros's phone went off. And the theme was Knight Rider. And I was like, hey. And he giggled and we laughed. And the buoyancy of his spirit turned into a little shimmy and a little dance in his body and mine. And I felt the potency and the power and the vibrancy of this man whose job it is to save lives. And as I looked around at all of the firefighters who were gathering just before we were making our ascent to the roof of the fire station, I felt the life within all of them, these lifesavers. They were joyful and laughing, and it's as if the sun comes out of their bodies and radiates outward. So we begin to make our ascent, and the staircase narrows and it gets a little bit dark. And I think back to Hurricane Maria just over a year ago when this fire station was dark. And I think about Pedro, who tried to call the fire station but couldn't because the phone lines were dead and there was no power and there was no one to answer. And he was on a renal dialysis machine that needed electrical power. And he died. And I think about Maria and her husband and their two small children, a baby and a toddler, and the sense of vulnerability and fear they had as they thought about themselves, how they were going to survive and weather this storm without power, and their grandmother, who late at night with no power and no light, in her fragility and her tenderness, was likely to have a fall that would be fatal for her. And we keep making our way up the stairs and we get to the roof. And on this roof, as the sun is shining down on these awesome solar panels, and it is feeding them with life, and there are batteries below that are storing that power. I look out at our engineer, Angel, and he says to the guys, "Are we ready to go?" They've just screwed in the last panel and secured it. And they say, "Yeah, we're ready." And he says, "Let's go." And he calls down to the guys below and they say, "Let's go, we're ready." And they call down to the guys below and they flip a switch. And this fire station is lit up by the sun. I think back in that moment to my shared history with Lieutenant Milagros. Puerto Ricans are part of the United States of America. And for over a year after Hurricane Maria, many people did not have power restored. My name is Nita Baum, and I am the founding board president of Solar Responders. And we harness the power of the Caribbean sun to save lives and to ensure that the firefighters whose mission is to save lives every single day have the power to do exactly that when natural disaster hits. And hit it will, and hit it is. Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, Maria, Florence, Doreen, Isaias, and now COVID. We need power more than ever, and the confluence of these disasters only compounds each one of them. How do we stay in touch with each other in this new remote world that we live in? Through power. And so today I'm asking you to use your power to support us, to join us. And I have two asks for you. Number one, please donate to us at solarresponders.org to help fund this work that restores power to the people of Puerto Rico and to all of us. And number two, please tell a friend what you heard today. Tell them that you donated and tell them why. Together, we can harness the power of the Caribbean sun to save lives. Thank you.